Welcome once again to Saturday Night Hype! This time we have Elimination Tornado Tag Match, a first for Colonial Impact Wrestling. It is Padme Amidala and Evey Hammond of the Natalie World Order taking on the SPD Rangers, Lizzie and Sydney. I am very excited to see how this goes. It is the first women's tag match in CIW history. It is also the first elimination tag match in women's CIW history, and these two teams have had a very interesting back and forth over the past couple of months. We saw in a one-on-one match with Natalie Portman, or I'm sorry, not Natalie Portman. I mean, well, they're all Natalie Portman, but but Padme Amidala. Padme had a match with Sydney, the Pink Ranger, where Evey Hammond, after the Pink Ranger kicked out of an Amidala slam, got their team intentionally disqualified. Didn't really appreciate that kind of a finish, especially as we were getting the summer series going. We were having ourselves a good time. We were brawling. We were getting ourselves some grilled meats and all sorts of good things. And instead, we got shenanigans from the nWo, and I was not appreciative of that whatsoever. And the fact that they were so proud about it. But here comes this team, and this is the first time the SPD Rangers are tagging together, at least the women are. And if they are anything like their male counterparts, this is not going to end well for Lizzie and Sydney. But I will say this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like Lizzie and Sydney actually have a better shot at this than the Blue and the Green Ranger, whose I don't honestly remember their names. By the time that you see me this time next week, I will have their names, because those two are facing Pepsi Man in a 2-on-1 match, and I'm not sure how they're going to fare, but these two are going to set the tone for the for Power Ranger Space Patrol Delta. Here we go. Tornado tag rules. That means all 4 participants are in the ring at the same time. It is an elimination tag, which means that both members have to be eliminated and pinned or made to submit, or disqualified technically, if they really want to go down that road. I'm really hoping they don't go down that road. Nice gut wrench over the top by Sydney. And, of course, we have to wonder whether the other members of the Natalie World Order are going to get involved here. Of course, the women's champion, Natalie Portman, who is going to be facing Black Cat once again for the Women's Championship at Autumn Asylum, which is now 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. The 29th, 30th, and October 1st. Oh, big slap from Padme. And we are going to have some amazing action there. Of course, we also have a new signing in our women's division while we're talking about it. It's a new member of the roster, and Lara Croft has been the one who agreed to face this new superstar, whoever it may be. So we are going to debut her at Autumn Asylum. So stay tuned for the latest addition to our women's roster. I cannot wait until you see who it is. At least from what I have been told from Michael Corleone, he's keeping it very hush-hush. And that is the way that, and I believe his hype. I always believe his hype. Oh, what athleticism from Sydney, who jumped out of that back suplex. And referee Luke Goss has to be a little careful here, because he does not want to end up on the wrong side of town and get beaten down by the women, which can happen. I have seen it before. We have seen it before. Namely from that woman, Evey Hammond, who, of course, has that terrible, I'm not even sure what to say, the trauma punch to the meat wallet. And that is always going to hurt. Referee Luke Goss giving Evey the business. But we have seen some amazing moves. Of course, Sydney's got that flatliner, and Lizzie the brain buster. And a nice back suplex there from Evey Hammond. Padme's got the Amidala slam. And Evey Hammond has the V trigger. Yeah. There's a reference for you kids. I would use that whole sentence where V uses like all those very vicariously, vociferously, vacillary. I didn't memorize it, but I'd use that if I remembered it, but I don't. But that's okay. Maybe next time. Wait a second. There might not be a next time. Brainbuster. Oh, Brainbuster from Lizzie, the Yellow Ranger. And now going after Padme. And Padme with some meat wallet mutilation. And Evey right back up with a right hand to Sydney. Of course, that crucial first fall, that's the most important, really, after that first fall, it becomes pretty elementary. Oh, wait a second. Sydney with a roll-up. She's got the tights. Oh, holy two. And, you know, all credit to Sydney. You got to do whatever it takes to win, but kind of a surprise tactic there from Sydney, the SPD Ranger, but a nice belly-to-belly side slam there from Lizzie. And I got to admit, the SPD Rangers, they're on their game here tonight. And where is Nina Sayers in all of this? That's another question I have to ask. Big back drop here. Then I wonder if maybe Evey and Padme said, no, we're going to handle this ourselves. And right now, it is pretty tit for tat, but I have to say, it feels kind of like the Pink and the Yellow Ranger are kind of handling this. Evey Hammond is not looking too good. And honestly, it's just as well. And for what Evey has been putting these women through, as far as just being all the shady tactics and assaulting the referee and just the indiscriminate just messing with the rules, because I don't know whether it's that she just doesn't understand them. I mean, she was relatively intelligent before V did all that stuff to her to prove his point. So wait a second. Another big brain buster from Lizzie. Oh, right onto the cranium, and the cover here could be over for Padme 2. 3! And Evey has got her wheeled over for fireman's carry. And now Evey is all alone against the SPD Rangers. And she is not looking too good at all. And boy, what a surprise this is. And more meat wall and mutilation. Evie's going to have to really make some moves here if she wants to take down both SPD Rangers. Now that this is a 2-on-1. Wait a second. Big flatliner from Sydney. The cover. 1, 2. She got him. The SPD Rangers win. Wow. And I did not see that coming. I genuinely did not see that coming. We know the Rangers are synonymous with jobbing. Has that changed here tonight? Full props to Sydney and Lizzie. What a matchup. But folks, we are just a small couple of weeks away from our major show, Autumn Asylum, but we've got a Saturday Night Hype match still to come. Thank you all for watching. Will the other Rangers do better than the women? We'll find out next week. See you, folks.